super friends, and welcome to DC TV Talk. This is the show where we talk all things Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and Black Lightning. And in today's video, we'll be discussing the recent leaks for The Flash Season 5 that have come out over the past couple of days, so let's get into that. Also, if you enjoy this video and you want to see more content like this, be sure to head over to my podcast channel, which is called Honor Thy Podcast. It is a weekly DC TV Arrowverse podcast I do with my good friend Dan McCants, aka Mulekick Media. So if you like this video and you want to see more like this, be sure to head to the link in the description down below. So over the past couple of days, we've gotten a fair few leaks about The Flash Season 5. Now, full credit for this goes to the Twitter account known as CCSpoilers. They are the ones who leaked this. They have been pretty reputable in the past, so this is a pretty good angle on that some of these things are going to happen. Also, credit to Pagey, which is where I found out about these as well. He made a video about it about a day ago or so, and he basically told everyone about these, so full credit to CCSpoilers and Pagey for giving me the information for today's video. So all of these leaks that have been revealed for The Flash Season 5 don't give us too much information about the story or anything like that. They're more little details, but they're all quite interesting, so I'll just go through each of them one by one. Starting off with something to do with Wally West. Now, Wally is apparently planned for 3 more appearances, including Episode 1. So we knew that Wally is no longer a series regular on either The Flash or Legends of Tomorrow, but they have said that he was in Episode 1, so we knew that already. We knew he was in the pilot. But apparently he is now planned for 3 more appearances, making his grand total to 4. So where this is going to be in the rest of the season, we don't know. I assume he will be in the crossover, because the crossover for the Flash this season is going to be the 100th episode, similar to the Arrow one last season, Arrow one a couple of seasons ago. So I feel like he'll show up there just because it will make sense for him to show up there. And he'll probably show up in like the last 2 episodes or something, or like maybe like the finale and then just something else. So they're kind of like the guarantees. So it's nice to know that we are going to be getting a little bit of Wally here and there throughout the season. I like that, because we all like Wally and we all love Kid Flash, so it's going to be nice to see him popping up every now and again, especially because he's no longer a series regular. So yeah, I'm all down for that, and about 4 episodes, that makes sense, that feels right to me. It also says that Killer Frost will get a new outfit next season, so basically this means that Killer Frost is getting a new suit. So this kind of makes sense given that Killer Frost has gone through a bit of a weird arc ever since she's been on the show. I mean, in Season 3 she was basically a villain, in Season 4 she was a bit more of an anti-hero type thing, and I feel like that's the route they're going to keep going down in Season 5 with Killer Frost, is going to be making her like an anti-hero, and even a bit more on the hero side of things when it comes to Caitlin and Killer Frost. So she's going to get a bit more of a different suit. I'm down for that. I mean, I actually really love the suit Killer Frost has in Season 4. I think it's really good, and like just a really nice looking suit. You know, it's bright blue, it's colourful, and it just works for Killer Frost because it contrasts really well with her hair. But I mean, a new suit, I'm always down for new suit designs in these shows. I always love it when these characters get new suits, so I'm sure that Cisco will be able to whip up something awesome for Killer Frost this season. There will also apparently be a future Nora Allen scene where she has different hair. So the way I interpret this is that it's going to be a scene featuring Nora Allen in the future before she came back to, you know, the current time period to start interacting with Team Flash. Perhaps this is going to be the reason why she come back. You know, we do hear in the finale she made a big mistake. Could this be that scene? You know, could we be seeing that big mistake that she made? I feel like this scene is pretty much going to set up why Nora is coming back to our time, what mistakes she made, and why she needs Team Flash, you know, her mum and her dad, to come and help her to kind of solve this problem. So that's really cool. You know, the different hairstyles is one thing that's weird, because obviously Nora, every time we've seen her, has kind of had a different hairstyle. So that's quite interesting, and this is going to be another different one. So, you know, there's quite a lot of mystery surrounding Nora Allen still, even though we now know who she is. But the more development we get on Nora Allen is going to be more clearer for the season. So the new Earth 3 speedster is going to be Avery Ho, and it says no episode introduction planned yet. So Avery Ho is a female speedster in the comic. She is an Asian speedster, and she is the Flash of China as far as I understand it, and also the Flash of the Chinese Justice League, which I didn't even know was a thing until I saw Paige's video the other day, so that's really fun. But this is going to be Avery Ho. So that's who this speedster is. If you remember in Season 4 in Enter Flash Time, we heard Jay Garrick talk about a new speedster who he is training, and this is who that character is. So she is a female speedster, and that's going to add a lot of diversity to this show. And the fact it says no episode introduction planned yet does confuse me a little bit, given the next piece of information, but I really am excited by the fact we are getting another new speedster on the show, and the fact that it's from Earth 3, which I think is one of the most interesting Earths, is really, really cool. So linking into that, Jay Garrick's appearance is unknown, but he is set to appear in Avery Ho episode. So this is where things get a little confusing, because it says with Avery Ho that there was no episode introduction planned yet, and then it says Jay Garrick's appearance is unknown, but set to appear in Avery Ho's episode, even though I thought Avery Ho wasn't getting an episode. Basically, I think there's going to be one episode where we get Avery Ho and Jay Garrick together with Team Flash, and we get to meet Avery Ho, we get to train with her, and we get to do things like that. Maybe we actually get to go over to Earth 3, which is something I really want. I've wanted us to go over to Earth 3 for such a long time, because I just think it looks like such a really cool Earth, because it's really bright and colourful, looks really fun. So I'd love to go over to Earth 3, and if that's what this is, then awesome. Plus, the more we get a Jay Garrick is always a good thing for me. You know, I was kind of disappointed that Jay Garrick only really sort of showed up once last season, but I have a feeling this will be his only appearance in Season 5, but John Wesley's ship is always a pleasure, and this sounds awesome to me. The next piece of information says that Reverse Flash will return, but no info on that yet. So, Reverse Flash is obviously, Season 4 was the first season he did not appear in, unless you count the Crisis on Earth X crossover. But in the actual season itself, he did not appear. And there were rumours, if you remember the leaks a while back, they did say that Reverse Flash is going to be getting a mini arc, like a 3-episode arc, I think it said, for the character that's going to be doing with Barry and Iris's children. So, you know, if you can kind of combine those, then you can kind of confirm that Reverse Flash is coming back in some capacity, which makes sense because this season looks to be going a lot more back to kind of that speedster direction, you know, with Nora Allen and potentially Avery Ho, if this is true. Then it would make sense to kind of bring Reverse Flash back, and plus every time Reverse Flash comes back, it's always awesome. You know, I particularly loved his return in Season 3, I thought he was great there. So, to see Reverse Flash come back is always great. You know, it does say no information yet, but like I said, we can kind of infer what's going to be happening with Eobard Thawne, and depending on who's going to be playing him, obviously it could be Matt Letcher, depending on what happens with Narcos. But if it's not, then it'll obviously be Tom Cavanaugh. But we'll see what happens with Reverse Flash in next season, you know, I guess when we get to it. And the final piece of information is that there are no plans for Black Flash. Now, Black Flash is a bit of a weird one for me because, you know, in the end of The Flash Season 3, Killer Frost killed him by freezing him, although, for one, that doesn't make sense, but also, I'm pretty sure you can't kill Black Flash. I'm pretty sure he's an entity of the Speed Force. I don't think you can kill him. He is basically the Speed Force's impersonation of death, so I'm pretty sure you can't kill Black Flash. I mean, even when I saw Black Flash die in the Flash Season 3 finale, I was like, he's not dead, he's coming back. But the fact that he's not coming back this season does confuse me a little bit, and I know this has been brought up elsewhere, but Nora Allen, you know, if her mistake is screwing with the timeline, which it seems like it is, then surely Black Flash would be going after her, because that is what he does. He goes after people who screw with the timeline, hence why he went after Barry and he went after Reverse Flash. You know, he goes out, that's his job, that's his purpose, that's what he does. He goes after people who have screwed the timeline, and it seems like that's what Nora Allen has done. And even Nora Allen coming back to our time and, you know, interacting with Barry and Iris is still screwing the timeline a little bit. So surely Black Flash should be after her. So the fact that he's not coming back does confuse me a little bit, but I don't know. Again, this is all rumors, these are all leaks, you know, take these with a grain of salt, but I feel like this one is a little bit weird to me, but I guess maybe they just don't want to bring back Reverse Flash or Black Flash, I don't know. But I'm a big fan of Black Flash, and I'd love to see him come back, and like I said, it just makes sense, so this one confuses me just a little bit. But what do you guys think about the leaks for The Flash Season 5? Let me know all your thoughts about these in the comment section down below. Like I said, make sure you take all these leaks with a grain of salt. Obviously, CCSpoilers, as I said, he has been pretty reputable in the past in terms of what he's been able to offer for The Flash and also Supergirl. So, again, you can kind of put a bit more faith in these ones, but, again, take them with a grain of salt. These aren't confirmed, these aren't true, these are not from the CW themselves, so we can't guarantee anything. But let me know all your thoughts about all these in the comment section down below. So thank you guys for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, it'll help me out a lot, and share this video with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV and get them to join the community. And as always guys, please subscribe for your latest content on Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and Black Lightning. And with all that said guys, I hope to see you again in my next video.